why I have absolutely $0 saved for retirement. Let's talk about it. What's up, y'all? It's AJ Simmons back with another video. I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel, sticking with me, rocking with me. Listen to this. I have no money saved for retirement. Now, I'll be 100% transparent. I do have a little bit of money still saved for retirement from when I worked at my government job that I had before I took that leap and started following my dream, right? But I don't actively invest in that fund. I don't actively invest long-term, period. Okay, I don't save for retirement, and let me explain to you why. First of all, what vehicle could I put my money in to save for retirement? Most people put their money into IRAs, which is a combination of stocks. It's a fund that you can put your money in, and it has stocks in it, which is the percentages of companies that you can hold for long periods of time to gain a lot of interest on your money, okay? Then the other thing that you can do is probably put your money in a mutual fund. You can also put your money into savings accounts. Mutual funds is pretty much the same as IRA. It's just a different type of account, but it's virtually the same thing. You're getting pieces of stock of a company. And then you have a savings account where the bank takes and invests your money into the market as well, and they gain interest on the money, and they give you a little bit of percentage out of that interest that they make off of that investment. All right, so that's why I don't invest in for retirement for the long term. Let me explain. When you invest in the stock market, what exactly is stocks? Okay, what is stocks? Stocks are simply pieces of ownership of a company. Okay, so with that said, just me personally, why would I want to invest in someone else's company and trust my money in their company when I have a company myself? Okay, so that's what I think people tend to forget sometimes, that the stock market is simply a bunch of companies. Okay, so if I'm an entrepreneur, I believe in my company, and I'm still in the actively growing phases where because when you're in the first 10 years, right, the first 5-10 years, you're growing dramatically, and your rates of return are usually drastically high if you're having success. So if I can invest money in my company and make 100% ROI, 80% ROI, even 20% ROI, why would I take it and put it into someone else's company that's probably going to give me a 4% ROI? Or if you put it in a bank and they give you 0.01% ROI. You see what I'm saying? So it doesn't make any sense mathematically for me as an entrepreneur. Now, if you're not an entrepreneur, if you're not actively building a real business, then you probably should be putting away for the long term in retirement somehow, some way, whether you do it in the stock market or whether you do it in mutual funds or whatever choice that you choose to do. You definitely should be saving for the long term. But for me, it doesn't make sense for me to take my money and put it in somebody else's company right now when my company is doing great numbers for me. That's why I don't invest in the long term for retirement. I don't save for retirement. See, I'm trying to get rich. You can't save your way to rich. You have to invest and create assets that make you rich, okay? So an alternative for somebody like me would be to stockpile on properties, things that pay you over time, repeatedly, over and over and over again. I have a business that has different streams of income within the business that pays me over and over again, okay? So that's what I like to invest my money in. I invest my money in assets, things that pay me recurrently, so that way, if I stop working today, those things will still be able to pay me for the rest of my life until I die, okay? And then not only will they continue to pay me until I die, those are assets that can be passed on to my children that can pay them after I die. And whatever they decide to do, hopefully they'll pass it to their kids and pass it on their kids and go on and on, okay? But when you save for retirement, you're just saving for yourself. That means you take a chunk of your money every month, put it to the side, and save it for you long term, so that way when you're too old to work, hopefully you have just enough saved up in the egg, in the nest egg, that you could take a little bit out every month and pay yourself a stipend from your whatever you saved. And then hopefully you had some type of company matching you or something, right? But to me, that's not the smartest thing to do, because that runs out. You ever heard the phrase, you can't have your cake and eat it too? I always thought that was a dumb phrase until I figured out exactly what they meant. What they mean is you can't have a piece of cake sitting on a plate. You can't have it and eat it at the same time. If you eat it, then you ate it and it's gone. Okay, but if you have the cake, then you have the cake and it's sitting there, but you can't eat it. So that's the same concept for saving for retirement. You can't have that money and eat it. So when you start pulling from it after you retire, well, what if you retired at 65 and then you run out of money by the time you're 80 and you live to be 100? Then what? You see what I'm saying? So that's why I believe in investing in assets. You don't save for retirement. Me personally, I don't. I'm an entrepreneur. This is my choice. If this doesn't align with your beliefs, don't adopt it, okay? Go find somebody else that follow those rules of money. But that's not the rules that I follow. I follow buy assets, things that are going to pay you recurrently, that you own, that you control, that you can pass on to the next generation. I have nothing against investing in stock market. I'm very knowledgeable about how to do it. Eventually I will do it, but I think that that's a step where you do that once you have your wealth built up to a very, very large portion, and then you want to diversify to protect your wealth, not to gain wealth. If you try to diversify to gain wealth, you may get it, but you're probably gonna be 60 years old when you finally see it. Okay, I'm just telling you what I can see and from what my experience is. Okay, so no, I don't invest in long term for retirement. So when you come to me, you talk about IRAs and whether it's Roth or traditional, it don't make me no difference. Okay, whether you talking about mutual funds, no, I don't do mutual funds. I don't need anybody to invest my money for me. Same thing goes with bonds. I don't need that. Okay, hedge funds, any of that. I don't need anybody to invest my money for me. I know what I'm doing. Okay, so that's why I don't have any money saved for retirement. I much rather put my money into my company and build and continue to make very large ROIs on my money versus making 10% or less ROI because I put it in somebody else's company or somebody else's trust to manage my money for me. So hopefully you were able to get something out of that. I'm AJ Simmons. Thank y'all for watching. Subscribe, like, and share, and comment. And make sure that if you need more customers for your cleaning company, make sure you check out cleanbusinessnetwork.com and go join our lead generation service. We're steady growing. We're steady finding leads and setting bid appointments for people to go out there, go close the deal. And we provide a cold call script for you. We even provide the list. You don't even got to search. All you do is you tell us where you are, and we're gonna handle it from there. So hopefully this was able to help y'all. AJ Simmons, talk to y'all soon. Thank you.
Can you get paid to not? There's no money in this world for someone to pay me so they can call me, so I can call them a boss. That's like calling somebody daddy. How can a man call another man, yo, that's my boss? You don't do that.
My business revenue all the way up, ass jam pro. I got bigger plans, though. Oh yeah. Everybody claiming balls, but who working for you? Who working for you? Where your sign check? What he get? Never mind that. See, I don't hustle for shoes and clothes. Money residual. That mean it's on cruise control. So when I bought my girl the range, it show we ain't the same. But you just bitch about your life like you ain't to blame. You see? You on the project steps, chillin', getting high. I'm out grinding cause I hate just getting by. You sitting fly, but you homeless as a bitch though. And you ain't even got a car, man, that shit slow. That make it worse.